every Sunday night after church, my parents would go with all of their friends, and every week they rotated from house to house to some of their other friends and all their kids. And our parents would play cards and would play games. We were Baptist families, and we didn't believe in doing a lot of sinning because we were Baptists, but cards were permissible. So on Sunday nights after church, our parents would get together and they'd play a game of cards, or if you remember the old game Yahtzee, they'd play Yahtzee. And while they would play those games on Sunday nights, all of the Baptist kids, we would go to the back room of whatever house we were in, and we would turn on the television and wait for a program called Fantastic Theater. And Fantastic Theater was on every Sunday night. And it was all old black and white horror movies like The Blob and The Thing. And those movies which now just seem so ridiculous and so funny to us. But when I was a little boy, those movies absolutely terrified me. And especially the movie called The Thing. I don't know if you remember that, but it was about an arm that had been cut off, and that arm would crawl, and when people were sleeping, the arm would crawl up the side of the bed, and that detached arm would strangle people to death. And I was so traumatized by that black and white movie that when I was a little boy, I would tuck the sheets in the mattress around my bed at night, so if the thing came into my room, it couldn't crawl up into my bed and strangle me at night. That movie had such an impact on me when I was a little boy. And I remember when I first read about the wiles of the devil. In my mind, the wiles of the devil was something out there. We didn't know what it was, but boy, we sure didn't want it. It might be like The Thing, something which just crawls into our life. What is the wiles of the devil? Well, when I began to study the Greek New Testament, I found out that the word wiles is the Greek word methodos. It's where we get the word methods. But the word methodos, the actual Greek word, is a compound of two words, the word meta and the word odos. The word meta means with, and the word odos is the word for a road. That's where we get the term for an odometer, like the odometer in your car. Oda, that comes from the word odos. It means a road. So an odometer is really a road measure. But when you put the two words together, the word wiles, methodos, means one who operates with a road. Well, what are roads for? Roads take you somewhere. They take you somewhere. If you're traveling on a road, you have a destination. And Paul is telling us the devil has a destination. What is his destination? The devil knows that if he can get inside your head, he can confuse you. The devil knows that if he can somehow get inside your emotions, he could almost determine the outcome of your life. Because whoever controls your emotions can work you like a puppet. And if he can affect your emotions, then he can affect your self-image. And if he can affect your self-image, then he will affect the way that you project yourself to others, which will affect the way that you succeed or fail in your relationships and in your job. The devil knows that whoever controls your head will ultimately control your life. So Paul says, hey, put on the whole armor of God that ye may be able to stand against the wiles, the roads. Here he comes, the devil's headed toward you. This is no accident. He has taken a road directly headed toward you, toward your brain, toward your mind, toward your emotions. But Paul says by taking up the whole armor of God, we can stop the attack the devil tries to wage in our minds and in our emotions. And if you don't have my book called Dressed to Kill, you need to go online and you need to buy that book, because that book will tell you how to take charge of your mind so that you're no longer mentally and emotionally assaulted by the enemy.